welcome to the BIXPO 2021 newsroom. I'm your host, Jihi Wan. With me this afternoon is Dr. Lawrence Johns. He's the Vice President of the International Programs at Edison Electric Institute. Dr. Johns, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
So is this your first BIXPO experience?
Actually not. This is I think my third BIXPO experience. I was here, I think the first one, and then the two afterwards, and then this one. So it's my third time in Korea.
So what is your overall impression of BIXPO 2021 then?
2021 is different, I guess because one of COVID. You can observe that the size of the conference is a little bit smaller. I think the content is still the same, so the content hasn't changed, but the size has changed. And you can also see the difficulty with COVID is the natural communications that you would always have at BIXPO. You don't have it because obviously people are masked up and it's not as natural as it used to be. But I think the content is still there.
I can tell people are very excited to convene face-to-face.
Absolutely.
So that's wonderful. So have you taken a look at the new technology exhibition? So what is your impression? What did you make of it?
Amazing to see how fast things are going. So in my normal job at Edison Electric Institute, I travel around the world and I visit electric companies. And obviously everyone is looking at some key technologies, something, for example, energy storage, all the different smart grid technologies, HVDC. So it was good to see that the technology evolution around the world is moving even faster than most people think. And the good thing is there's not one country that owns the evolution. So you see at the BIXPO you saw KEPCO, Hyundai, all the different Korean companies are doing a very excellent job on everything from virtual power plants, again to smart grids, to different inverter-based technology, renewable integration. So I think it gives me confidence that the world is moving in a path where more and more companies, more and more countries are investing in technology and innovation.
So, I mean, there are many smart solutions being displayed and demonstrated at the new technology exhibition. So which solution has stood out the most so far?
To be honest, one of the things I found most interesting were the drones. Yeah, I thought they were very interesting because of the shape of the drones. I don't remember which company it was, but there was one company that had a very interesting drone design. It was the same company yesterday we saw with UN former Secretary Ban Ki-moon, because I was standing not too far from him when he was also looking at the drone. I thought the drone was good. The other thing I liked was a lot of the work on renewable integration where you have energy storage systems. So I think that's also a very interesting development to see. The drones and the energy storage, I think those were, for me at least, most interesting.
I see. As you know, this year's theme at BIXPO is carbon neutrality, and the world has been slowly moving towards net zero. So how has this trend emerged in Liberia, Sweden, and the United States?
Very interesting. So obviously in Liberia, it hasn't progressed that much. Liberia obviously is located in sub-Saharan Africa, in West Africa, and there you still have a shortage of access to electricity, access to energy. So it hasn't made much progress there. In Sweden, it's made a lot of progress. As you know, Sweden has hydro. They also have nuclear. And so they have been down the pathway of looking at decarbonization. They've also been making a lot of investments in electric transportation, similar to Norway, not as much as Norway, but also in Sweden. And then I think in the United States, it's very different depending on where in the United States you go. You see in places like California, places like New York, parts of the Midwest, you see a lot of solar coming online, a lot of wind coming on, offshore wind, being prepared for the northeastern part of the United States. So I think you can by and large say that the evolution of this decarbonization and moving to a carbon neutral world is happening in different parts of the world, but not at the same pace. Some countries are more way ahead than others, but I think by and large everyone is looking at the path of carbon neutrality, especially now this week, as you and I are talking, people are still in Glasgow discussing COP26. And so, yeah, you certainly see that evolution happening.
So on that note, what type of business opportunities and collaborative opportunities are you looking for in Korea in general and at BIXPO in specific?
I think what is important in the context of international collaboration is the fact that we have to share best practices. We have to learn from one another. And what I've been for me at least, very encouraging at BIXPO is the fact that you have a lot of international organizations. You have EPRI, you have myself here from the Edison Electric Institute, you have the Korean institutes, sharing and learning, because I think collaboration is important. It's also important because commercialization is going to be key, right? So you can make all the technologies you want, someone has to buy it. What I also found very, very interesting was I saw a lot of delegates here from sub-Saharan Africa, which was very, very good because I know Korea is doing a lot of work in Africa. And I think having folks from Africa here is one way to transfer knowledge, transfer ideas so that they can go back and deploy those technologies.
So any final thoughts you would like to share with our viewers?
Well, I would like to tell the viewers that the path to a decarbonized world is one that is going to happen. It may take time. It may not go as fast as everybody would want, but I think it's important to understand that we have to invest in the future and we have to decarbonize the planet to be able to have a sustainable planet going forward.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching.